Okay everyone, and welcome back to the Tesla Effect. It is of course the start of day 4. Yes, we headed into the bathroom last time out, and that is where we concluded the episode, I believe. So we found the body, which seems to have its head meshed into the wall now.
I think I found Margaret Leonard. Well, most of her.
Leonard. I don't remember much more, so let's quickly have a little look at what is in our inventory. So we have Mantis photo. So let's have a look at that.
It's a picture of someone named Mantis.
Yeah, okay. I kind of guessed that. And he seems to have a bit of a condition. Picture of Margaret
I wonder
Leonard.
if anyone else on Chandler Avenue has seen Margaret Leonard.
I mean, we found her. She's in the bathtub. What about this? Fact from
Looks like Archie's back in town. I should check out his 3 carts to midnight shop and see if he knows anything.
I'm pretty sure we did that, didn't we? The bar napkin, we didn't manage to resolve that issue. We have a fax from Maldonado. And, yep, we have these Mason messages. So, letter about
Surely
trickle.
after all we've been through.
So, I can't quite remember where we was going to head next. I guess we head on out and figure that one out. This lovely cutscene. Text.
Well, hello, boys!
Oh, great.
Mr. Murphy,
Of
you need to
course.
come with us if you want to live.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Just kidding. What was going on in there?
Would you like to know?
You know the drill.
Why do so many people around you end up dead?
I don't know. Have looks that could kill. Quick defense. Sly insult. Sly insult.
Same as you. Just comes with a job. I just get there quicker.
Did you kill Margaret Leonard?
Well, now you mention it. Magic Show. PI 303. Sick and Twisted. Magic Show.
Oh, yeah. And what happened to her head? Let's see. Behind my ear, yes.
But we keep walking in on you with all these dead bodies. You must be the unluckiest guy in the world.
Well, now you mention it. No idea.
Well, I don't know if I'm number 1, but I'll tell you, I'm in the top 10. I'm also in the top 10 of the luckiest, but don't ask me why.
I don't care why, I just want to know who.
Wait a second, how do we even know it's Margaret
Jeez,
Leonard? I
that
mean,
flash.
maybe that's why they took the head.
Yeah, that might have worked 100 years ago, but now we've got apps for that. We've already got a positive ID.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? I mean, kind of working together, bouncing
Bouncing
ideas, sharing information. I mean, what if I said I had some information might help your investigation?
I'd say you were withholding evidence.
Now, I said I might have something.
No, you said you had something that might help.
Yeah, oops.
Slight difference.
Look, Danwich, you seem like a stand-up guy, and I know you don't want any vigilantism, so I'll play it by the book. I think I have video that might have been shot by the guy who killed Margaret Leonard. I'm just gonna hand it to you and hope you'll cut me some slack.
It's on your smart, Alex? Let's have it.
Enjoy.
The guy in the video's Mason Bowers.
And this is the guy you think was abducted. The problem is there's no evidence of anyone being abducted, so I can't investigate. My hands are tied.
Well,
Ours
mine,
and
as
that.
you see, are not.
Thanks, you're stealing my lines.
I may have seen this guy before on some kind of surveillance video.
A surveillance video, you say?
The video could have shown you in your apartment talking to an elderly lady. There may have been another man there as well, a mutant of some kind, who might have jumped you. The elderly lady, in theory, could have appeared to have injected you when you were restrained. In the ensuing struggle, you might have been knocked out on the fire escape.
And when would Bowers have shown? Hypothetically.
Hypothetical.
Right after you were knocked out, tore through the apartment in pursuit of the old lady.
So everything that I've told you matches up, and we're both looking for Mason Bowers.
Are you familiar with a program called VCT, Vehicle Compliance Tracking? All cars come with sensors that report when one is out of compliance. For example, when you have your right front headlight shot out, if you could access the VCT database, which is illegal and highly inadvisable, you would find a list of all vehicles with the right front headlight shot out. If you could provide more information on the vehicle, you can access an ID and an address from the registration.
Any chance this might have been the vehicle seen in the Maldonado surveillance video?
I gotta get back to work, Murphy. If you got questions, ask them. And then stop wasting my time with this speculative nonsense.
I won't go as far as say nonsense, but let's go through the 4 things we do have. So, suspicious speeder.
Speeder with a broken headlight on the front passenger side? No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, if he says. What about
That's
Margaret?
Margaret Leonard? I'll have to take your word for it.
And the photo of the woman.
Don't recognize the face. Sorry.
And finally, Zach Williams.
I know who Zach Williams is, and who his associates are. I'd advise you to keep your distance.
Seems like some pretty good advice. Let's head on
As
up
soon
there.
as I got back from the new San Francisco Police Department, I had an urgent message from Rook. It seems Rook had a soft spot for Margaret and wanted to bring her some justice. He told me he had another interested party in the Tesla cache, a Count Saint Germain, who was staying at the Golden Gate Hotel. Maybe he could divulge some answers.
Perhaps
One hears a great deal about Tex Murphy on Chandler Avenue. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Word is you're a big fan of Nikola Tesla, or at least his stuff.
Yes. Your local pawn shop has a remarkably extensive offering of Tesla paraphernalia. Certainly the largest cache I've found this side of Belgrade.
You mind if I ask what your interest is in Tesla?
I gather you're at least somewhat familiar with the story of the Tesla cache? I believe some of the items Rook has were part of the Tesla cache, but he refuses to divulge how he obtained them. I presume from Margaret Leonard, or some third party who got them from her.
Shocking. Rook normally would cut off his right arm if he thought somebody'd buy it.
I've spent many years searching for something. My hope is to find a clue as to its whereabouts in Tesla's letters or journals. But the trail has led me here. Tell me, Mr. Murphy, do you know the name J.T. Donnelly?
Yeah. I mean, I just heard about it, but he was a PI, and he lived around here back in the 1940s.
At the Ritz, in the very room in which you now live. An intriguing connection.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting and maybe a little weird, but it's not a connection.
But it's so much more than that. Back in Donnelly's time, there was a man known as the Sleeping Prophet, Edgar Casey. He made a compelling case for the belief that most of us have lived past lives.
You're losing me.
Come now. You've said on more than one occasion that you felt as if you'd been born a century too late. A man out of time, as it were. Tell me, do you have disturbingly realistic, vivid dreams of another era?
What?
Well,
You know about my dreams? I must be getting incredibly broad-minded in my old age. So what are you saying? I was J.T. Donnelly in a former life?
We could explore that possibility, but first, have eggs ever appeared in your dreams?
Oh, I love eggs, of course. Poached, over easy, scrambled. I mean, they're certainly nature's wonder food.
There are affordable accommodations in better parts of the city. Something could have been drawing you specifically to the Ritz. Don't you agree?
Yeah, cheap rent. Could you maybe help me out with these memories? Help me interpret these dreams?
If you could find this egg, or even put me on its trail again, I have certain techniques, such as regression and channeling, that could help you recall past events. And, I should add, the egg is worth a fortune, which I would gladly pay.
We talk for a few minutes longer, but I tell him I need to get back to the case. This is way beyond my comprehension. Mystical eggs? Mind regression? Past lives? It's boggling. Margaret spoke of an egg being held by a religious fanatic who prays. Was it the Tesla egg I found in the wall at the Ritz? If so, it would have been there for over 100 years. Does it have some sort of channeling power from the person who possessed it? Well, Mason Bowers is still the key. I need data for the VCT so I can find out who kidnapped him. Better start asking around.
Let's go. Let's go investigate.
Time for some good old-fashioned detective work. You should talk to potential witnesses and see if they know anything about the suspicious vehicle involved with the abduction.
Agreed. And we shall start from the top of the street since we're at this end already. Nobody around that way. We don't need to go in the Llama Club. We've established the Llama Club has literally nothing in it. So, Holly!
Hey Tex, how's your case progressing?
Well, I was wondering if you could help with a suspicious speeder.
You're talking about the speeder I saw take off after the shooting?
Yeah.
What I can tell you for certain is the last 2 digits on the license plate. They were the numbers 6 and 3.
Gotcha. Thank you, Holly. You've got us about 1/8 of the way there. Rusty! Fun. We still have nothing in Rusty's, so Rusty isn't going to help us. Also, I'm waiting for this place to hurry up and be
You know,
useful.
Murph, I think we make a great team. What can I do for you?
Well, Margaret Leonard.
She's dead? And she was living right here for years. How do you always find yourself right in the middle of everything? You have
Just
a
tell
gift, my friend.
Exactly. Just tell.
He'd go on into these weird trances and talk about past life stuff. You know, pretty intriguing until you get to where he starts going on about Atlantis.
No.
No.
That was weirdly suspicious.
That's the most recent photo of Margaret Leonard I could find. Like I said, she's been out of circulation for a while.
Well, Robin, you've been useless. We might need to find a new Robin. For now, we shall go to Rook.
Hello, Murphy. How goes the investigation?
Well, Rook, it leads me to you.
The speeder that flew away after the gunshots I heard?
Yes.
I'm not sure what type it was, but I did notice that the interior was very unusual. It was all white.
What about Margaret?
I'm quite certain she was on the run from someone or something. I took care of her as much as she'd let me. I'm very sad she's gone.
And the Tesla cache.
Yes, I'm sure that Margaret's items came from the Tesla cache, though the pieces she gave me to sell weren't nearly as valuable as rumors would have you believe.
Well, Rook, you was absolutely useless. Thank you for that.
More questions?
Yes,
Why
more
you gotta
questions.
keep coming back with more questions?
Because we've got about 6 people we can ask questions to, and you are one of them.
Yeah, there was a speeder that took off right after the gunshots. Saw it in my rearview mirror. I got a thing for high-end speeders. This was a 48 Pandian. Sweet ride.
So we know the type. We know the last 2 digits of the license plate. The 63. Although I'm probably not going to remember.
It's real
the
good
type.
having you stop in more regular. How can I help you?
The speeder.
So this is the speeder you think took off after those gunshots and the abduction the other day. I do remember seeing a vehicle. I didn't get the license plate or nothing. I just saw it was one of them nice Pandians. The Bi-Turbo XL model.
We've got even more information. Bi-Turbo XL model.
Of all the face-melting food joints in all the towns in all the world, you walk into mine.
Yes. Partly because it's the only one that's literally within walking distance.
Would if I could.
Useless. Absolutely useless. Oh, and I completely forgot about the guy in the bottom of the Ritz. The one who has the chocolate addiction. Are you here?
Wow, that is crazy what happened to Margaret Leonard. Is everything okay with you and the cops?
Yeah, the cops would love to pin it on me, but I think it's all tied to a Mason Bowers who was abducted outside the Ritz a couple of nights ago. I'm just trying to find anybody who might have seen something.
Oh, well then you probably need to talk to Sapphire.
Sapphire? Sounds like some Greek oracle.
Well, I don't know if she's Greek or not, but she's definitely exotic looking. And she's one of your fellow tenants. Her door's decorated like a French nightmare, but it suits her business. So, if you hear any noises you can't identify, you might want to come back later.
Oh, we might want to investigate.
It's a damn shame what happened to that little lady. And I'm not crazy about what it did to her apartment either.
Okay.
Not a clue.
Useless. Go have a chocolate bar. We have a sapphire to go. So finally. Finally we can go enter 1C.
Well, this is a nice surprise.
Pleasant surprise. Surprise. Genuine surprise. Yeah.
Likewise, and may I say that the neighborhood has become more friendly and more beautiful than I remember.
Thanks, Tex. You know just what to say to please a lady.
Not so simple. Pommel horse. Gym rat.
Are you a gymnast?
Something like that.
So, what brings New San Francisco's sexiest PI to my door? Business or pleasure?
On the clock. Wordplay. Who? Me?
No idea, but if I see him, I'll ask him.
What's with the humble act? Are you feeling a little down? Maybe a happy ending would cheer you up.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all anybody wants, right? I mean, and they lived happily ever after, that kind of thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Fine. You don't want to scratch each other's backs. But what if I don't play ball? Can we still rough and tumble?
Well, Sapphire, don't make me twist your arm.
You can't make me talk.
We can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Excuse me? Are you threatening me? Because if you are, I'd love to see you try the hard way. I'm sorry, Tex. I got carried away. I didn't mean to hurt you. At least not like that. Do you forgive me?
Oh, you're not getting off that easy. It's going to cost you a few minutes of tedious questioning, and then maybe dinner and a movie at a much, much later time.
I'm all yours, Mr. Murphy.
Negotiation skills. Still got it. Right, so we've got all these to go through. Let's start with the speeder.
It looked black, or midnight blue at first, but when the light hit it just right, I could see that it was actually close to Sapphire, which, of course, I would remember.
Of course.
That sweet lady used to live here.
Yes.
Now, what would I know about that?
Oh. Worth an ask though, right?
After Clint took over ownership of the Ritz from Nilo, things got a lot better. He even removed all the bugs and hidden cameras.
No, I miss the hidden cameras though.
But that place will literally kill you.
That is true. Photo. Okay.
No idea who that is.
Great. Nope.
Rook's one of my best customers. His tastes aren't as old-fashioned as you might think. Runs the electronics shop, though he's hardly ever there. That scumbag detective has been watching me for months. He's been videotaping the Ritz? That's the guy you think got abducted? I saw him around a few times coming to see you. I thought.
These are very short anglers.
That's not my kind of store.
Yeah, I don't think it's anyone's kind of store, to be honest.
So spunky. And I love spunk.
Okay.
I only met you a couple years ago, so I don't know what you were like before. But I like what I see now. It ain't just your ass that's bad. Gets along with everybody. Makes great food.
Yeah, you should try my food. Much better. Taylor.
What's she got that I don't? I can tell you one thing that I've got that she doesn't.
Would you like to demonstrate?
It's not the nicest place in town, but you can't beat the price. It's a live and let live kind of place.
Abduction.
First, I hear people running around up in your apartment. Then this speeder lands outside. I hear some man yelling and screaming outside the Ritz. Then he runs off with some other people chasing him. After a bit, he comes back, and I hear him outside my window. Sounds like he's talking to himself. Then 2 other guys catch him, shove him into the speeder. Then I hear gunshots, and the speeder takes off. You're a tough guy who thinks he's above the law. What girl doesn't like to get a little turned on by that kind of man?
Okay.
Well, I finally gather enough data to identify the kidnapped vehicle. It's registered to a company called Cézanne, and the location appears on my map.
Well, I guess this is where we shall head. Right now. Can I figure out? There we go.
I check out Cézanne with Smart, Alex, and find out it's some sort of doomsday cult recruiting candidates for a brave new world. And they believe this world will arrive soon. These boys take their schoolwork seriously.
It's like budget Hogwarts. Okay, time to enter budget Hogwarts, I guess. I'm not sure how we get past the protections they have.
Force field blocking the entrance. I wonder if there's a mechanism around here that could turn it off.
Well, I'd assume so.
Well, there's some interesting symbols written on these pillars.
Yeah. Oh, we can move them. They move at each side.
Symbols written on these pillars.
So, do we just match these up? I would guess. So, the three-eyed smiley face with the left arrow. Three-eyed smiley face. Come on. Left arrow. Oh. Hold up. Is the... there's only 4 of these. Interesting. Do we have to match up the inside? Ah, intriguing. Is the up arrow on the other side on this one? Bizarre.
Well, Cézanne's located in a winter wonderland.
Yes, I kind of established that much. This one? 3 lines, and this one's like a circle. Oh, it's basically that one. I think. Is that it? No. No, that is not it. That's... it must be on this inside, surely. We shall try. Down. That one looks like a knife. So, knife going down. And then the square looking one, that one.
Yep, force field blocking the entrance.
Ah, that's because that's the other way around. What do we have on this line? Aha! That's the same. That's the same. Pretty sure they're all the same. Unfortunately though, it must be on this front bit and I'm derping. Is he enough?
There's some interesting symbols written on these pillars.
So, 2 knives down, circle, 2 knives up, smiley face. Smiley face is opposite.
There's some interesting symbols written on these pillars.
Interesting. Unless I have to mirror these. Perhaps it's literally the mirrored ones of each of these. So that's mirrored, which would make this point inwards. No. Okay, this is... Okay, this is really irritating. I feel like I'm overthinking this at this point. Sword across. That's a knife down. That looks like the right one. Sword across, 3 lines. That is not that one. Not that one. No, it's that one. We figured it out. We just had to match the pillars up. I was mentally overthinking that a little bit.
Unfortunately, I arrive at Ceysan and set off every alarm possible.
Of course.
I'm missing a token that would grant me entry inside. I head back to my office to devise a new strategy when I find a fax waiting for me. Someone's been watching over my shoulder, and it's not a comforting feeling.
Well, that's no good. Time to return to the office. You love my fax.
No messages on the vid phone.
No. You love my fax.
Oh boy, a fax.
Ooh, a fax. And the facts of the case is that... Oh, I forgot we had that as well.
It's a business card for someone named Count Saint Germain.
Ooh, yes.
An
Looks like Count
anonymous
Dracula.
informant wants to meet me at Coit Tower.
Well, back to the tower. That's quite simple. Easy instructions to follow. We're probably going to get pushed off, aren't we? But we've already tried jumping.
This is a great idea. Just waiting to meet some anonymous chap who still sends faxes. You know, he probably uses real bullets.
I think you need to be a little more trusting of people.
Tex, I'm plugged into the internet. The internet! And you want me to trust people?
Yes.
Good point.
I only see all the weird things on the internet and then trust people. Back up to the roof, where we will totally not get pushed off the edge. Wink, wink. Yes, I realise I can wink, but I'm going to speak it.
Hello, mate.
Aye, aye, mate.
Slade?
Russell Slade?
How? What?
No, it's not. We're all good.
Weren't you in...
Locked up in San Quentin till 2260? No, not me. Good behavior.
Fair enough.
Behavior doesn't get that good. I bet you can't even remember how many people you've killed.
Oh, I bet I can. Each one in perfect detail. Not like you. Understand your memory's not what it used to be.
Yeah, a little forgetful. Old age catches up on you.
Yeah, well, we're all getting older.
Some more than others, I see. So what don't you remember?
Just the last 7 years.
So you don't remember everything after you and Chelsea got nicked? Chelsea's brother? The English woman, Juliet?
No, what about Romeo?
Partnership?
Our partnership? Look, I know we just made up, but I think I'd rather lick toilets with my tongue than work with you.
Well, what else would he lick a toilet?
I did.
work with me. And it paid a lot better than licking dunnies. How do you think you made all that money? These past few years have been, shall we say, mutually beneficial. But now it seems the same old Tex, the Boy Scout, is back. That's a problem.
You want to know what's wrong with the Boy Scouts? Not a darn thing.
So you've been helping us track down this precious little egg. First you say you got it, then you say Margaret Leonard stole it. Next thing I know, you turn up at Cezanne tripping security alarms like some clueless amateur. What the hell was that all about?
For your information, I set those alarms off on purpose. I don't have to tell you why.
Always got to do everything the hard way, don't you, Tex?
Yep.
This will get you into Cezanne. Hope you know what you're doing.
Not really,
I'll give you
but
24 hours to find that egg.
we'll bumble around.
And then I'm gonna come looking for you. And you know I'll find you.
Probably. Considering we don't seem to move very far. We go up and down the same street day after day. It should be pretty easy to find us. Quite frankly. But we shall head down the tower. Now we have our admission slip into Cezanne's. I really want to just walk out as it's coming down. But I shall refrain, because that shall probably kill us. And I don't want to do that. So, we will take the shortcut down here though, instead of going down the stairs. Stairs are not for us. We do not use the stairs around here. But we do head back to Cezanne.
You can be hungover from things other than alcohol. My meeting with Slade left me shivering like I had the DTs. This guy and I were partners over the last 7 years. There's trouble in my soul and it's become as cold as ash. The further I see down the barrel, the more dangerous and diabolical my world becomes.